These are 3 hard-earned jewels that'll save you blood, sweat, and tears. We have to learn them the long way. You don't have to.
1, 2.
It's 3 the hard way.
I think some people need that motivation. Most people do. As creatives, you want to feel like you're putting something out there that's benefiting the people that you're trying to connect with. So I think whenever you get those validating moments, like, it feels motivating, it feels invigorating, it feels like there's purpose behind the efforts that you're putting into whatever you're creating. Do I think that it's the only way to be motivated? No, I think ultimately creatives are typically just motivated to do this anyway. So I think it's just the icing on the cake, you know, like when somebody else out there co-signs or signs off on whatever that's been put out. First, I'd ask more questions, like find out what it is that feels repetitive, you know, like, is it the idea of getting a brief and, you know, having to solve to the brief? Is it that, let's say like the IC works on the design system and they're tired of making iterations of somebody else's creative over and over and over again, right? Okay. Well, what would you like to work on then, you know? And I'd start having that conversation and then figure out, okay, is there an opening within our company to adapt this creative to that position? Can we make an opening in the company to adapt them to that? Do we need to figure out how do I get this person to where they want to go? And maybe it's not within the company, right? But how do we still find somebody else to replace them and get them to where they want to be? You know, like, I think like everybody does not fit every situation. And I think some of the best like teammates or people that I've worked with, like, I've helped them, and not always while they were on my team, but I've helped them get to where they wanted to go, and not for the benefit of me, but for the benefit of them, right? Like, and I think a manager should be looking at their reports the same way. You know, the last thing you want is somebody that's in an important like position and they're dreading being in that position. Like, that doesn't help you, that doesn't help them, right? So if they want to move on to something else, help them move on to something else. And in return, they'll be more willing to help you fill that position with somebody else, you know, and everybody wins that way. I think balance is key, and being aware of yourself, right? Like, listen to your body, like, take breaks regularly. All of those things, I think, play a big part in not burning out. You got to check in with yourself on a regular basis. Are you still doing this for the right reasons? Have you attained what it is that you were doing it for initially and didn't realize it? I think asking yourself those questions and knowing why you're doing what you're doing, a lot of times making sure you're still doing what you're doing for the right reasons, I think is key to being able to stay away from burnout.